Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Advance, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So let's get into this topic here. So the other day, we did a show reacting to some comments that Lebron made, where he essentially said that his number one focus right now, even to this moment, is winning NBA championships. And people like myself were like, you got to be joking. All right, you have to be joking. Like somewhere, somebody is having a laugh right now at our expense. The reason I said that was simply because there was a post that came out by Courtside Buzz. All right, and essentially what Courtside Buzz said was that LeBron had zero interest, and I want to make that clear, in accepting a veteran minimum. He had no interest whatsoever. And in free agency, he was going to be seeking what he views as his real market value. I want to put up the post here. It says, LeBron has zero interest in signing a veteran's minimum deal this season. Report, LeBron James reportedly has no plans to take a veteran's minimum contract this summer, according to Jake Fisher of Steinline. LeBron is expected to seek a deal that reflects his value and impact on the court, right? So that was the last time we heard about that. So you had that there. So I was confused when LeBron made those comments. Then there's kind of been this murmurs and whispers in the background that LeBron isn't happy with Rob Pelinka. So he then recently put out some comments, and we're going to play it in a moment, where he was essentially saying that we didn't get outsmarted, we didn't get out hustled, we essentially got out talented. So Colin Cowherd picked up these comments and essentially said LeBron is speaking in code here. He said, first of all, LeBron already knows what he plans to do this summer. That's number one. Number two, he's also saying that that's a coded way at taking a shot at Kobe Bryant's former agent, Rob Pelinka, because essentially what we're talking about here is roster construction. And I was like, this is very interesting. Take a listen to Colin Cowherd here.
What I'm about to say is just a truth of LeBron James. Nothing happens by accident. He is very calculated. And sometimes he gets in a mood where he feels a couple times, 2-3 times a year, he's not being listened to. And Nick Saban used to do this when he coached Alabama. He would literally come to the podium and apropos of nothing, he would just go on a rant because he wanted to get something out. And about once a week, that Wednesday, Tuesday presser, Nick, it didn't even matter what you asked. What do you think of LSU? He would go on a rant on NIL. It didn't matter. And that's how he got his message across. So LeBron, I do not believe if LeBron and Rich Paul were on the doorstep of a new deal with the Lakers, LeBron would just bring up what he brings up yesterday.
I have the passion and the admiration to host the Larry O'Brien Trophy up every single year, but I also have a realization of, what particular team I have been a part of in that particular year. And, understanding this year, we fought and we played to the maximum ability of our team. We were not outworked. We were not, they didn't out physical us. They didn't outsmart us. I feel like we were just out talent, by OKC.
That's a not so thinly veiled shot at the guy who built the roster, Rob Pelinka. They didn't outsmart us. He's protecting JJ Redick. JJ's his guy. Hey, they didn't outsmart us. Translation, JJ's my guy. Our game plans were great. They didn't out-tough us. He's backing Austin Reeves a little bit. Rui, guys he likes. They out-athleted us. They out-talented us. That's Rob Pelinka. So don't kid yourself. LeBron knows exactly where he's going. Now, it's not inflicting harm. It's a warning shot. He just wants to make sure it's out there to the new billionaire owners. And LeBron's a billionaire. He is leapfrogging the boss, Rob Pelinka. Now, I've said this. So LeBron basically is saying, go ahead, get rid of the old guy. This roster's not very good. And for the record, he's right. They're a mile from Oklahoma City. They're a mile from San Antonio. I mean, hell, I think they're a long way from Minnesota and the Knicks. I mean, give Detroit one more score. They may be a long way from Detroit. So, and I've said this, Rob Pelinka he's a former agent. He's kind of an old school guy. He is great getting Luka. He is great getting AD. The knock on him, he's not great with the details. Let Alex Caruso walk, missed on some draft picks. So as the league, and by the way, the league is becoming more about the details. The league used to be about collecting stars. Now it's about extracting value out of the cap. Well, which one do you think a former agent would be better at? Getting stars. He's great at getting stars in the building. I mean, he even tried on Westbrook. That's a star. So Rob's great at that. Now, in fairness to Rob, when J.J. Redick got the job with the Lakers, one of the first things Redick told people is, man, this is a bare bones operation. There's no assistant GM, tiny analytics department. And he was right. The bus kids are the scouts. So the new Dodgers owner, right? The Guggenheim Group, right? They are now hiring 2 assistant GMs. One's just going to be all analytics. One's more scouting. So in fairness to Pelinka, he's like, I'm a former agent. I'm busting my butt here. It's a mom and pop shop.
Excellent. So you heard what Colin had to say. What are my thoughts about this? I think Colin may be onto something here. There are a group of people, LeBron fans, who feel like Rob Pelinka is sabotaging LeBron James because he doesn't want LeBron to surpass Kobe Bryant's legacy in LA. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what they think. Now, one of our viewers sent me a message the other day, and he brought up a good point. He said this. He said, how could it be that LeBron's tenure in LA has been a success, according to the media, but Rob Pelinka has been a failure as a general manager? I said, my good friend, you bring up a very good point. If LeBron's tenure, according to the media, has been successful with the Lakers, had a successful tenure with the Lakers, then wouldn't the GM also have had a successful tenure? But if you listen to these guys, it's almost the total opposite. Now, let's chronicle this. Rob Pelinka has done pretty much everything LeBron wanted. He wanted Russell Westbrook. They got him there. They got Dwight Howard there at one point. They got Carmelo Anthony there at one point. That didn't work out. Anthony Davis got there. Then who else did they get? Luka Doncic. He helped develop players like Austin Reeves. What about Bronny James? So I'm confused here. What this looks like to me is that they're looking for someone to blame. This is a common theme with LeBron's career. At the end, whenever he fails, someone must take the blame. Someone must be held accountable for his failures. And in this case, to Colin's point, it's not the coach, not the players, it's the GM. That's essentially what he's saying. That Rob Pelinka didn't put a good enough team around me. Now, here's the kicker in all of this. Wasn't it this same media that was talking about the Lakers had a chance to win? Don't you notice how this always works? It's the same story it's the same pattern year in and year out. Before the playoffs, they get hyped. They did this last year. Oh man, we're gonna beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, Laker fans were celebrating. LeBron fans were celebrating that they were gonna face the Thunder. Then they got beat in 5, and then they came back again this year. Then they said they didn't have enough help. Came back again this year. Oh, Lakers. Then they got beat again, and now we're back to the same story. At this point, it's very transparent, and that's why a very select people take this thing seriously, and the vast majority of us just laugh it off.